Hi. Hi, it's me, Penny Dick's Astro Coach. Well, here we are again. Here I am tomorrow. You seem to have some confusion around you, Andy. I'm doing the live tomorrow night, my time, 6:30, which is the same time as now, but tomorrow, Sunday. And that'll be the live week ahead, the normal one with the moon bits and all that kind of stuff and anything else that comes up for me. So got it. Great, great, excellent. Well, I'm bringing you the ultimate overview for December 2023 because I have been so busy, so rushed off my feet. I have not had time to do anything else other than do this overview of the month ahead. I'm not doing your individual signs. It all became too much to do. I had no idea YouTube was like this when I first started it. I'm not complaining. I absolutely love it with a passion. The problem is my stamina doesn't, not in the same way. Good morning from Canada. Good morning. Good evening from Chile, UK. Oh, wow. And hi, Shirley Murray. Yeah, great to see you. Oh, bless you. I've been recording all day. I've been recording all day and all day yesterday the 2024 individual zodiac signs for each of the signs, and I've got 3 more to do, which I'm doing tomorrow, and then they'll all be ready and they'll all go up. But if you notice, what I'm doing is releasing one at a day. Well, Techie Jerry is releasing one at a day, and one at a day, one once a day. So I'm a little bit probably punch drunk now. I've also got terrible problems with my new cat, and I need some help if anyone can help. He has been hiding behind the sofa, or rather inside the lining of the sofa. I know he's alive, but he's been hiding there from well, I think sort of about 3 o'clock this morning until now. And I've had a friend round this afternoon who's a very, very, very good cat whisperer. And she said, don't get anxious about it. Just leave him alone. He will come out when he's ready. So that's all I can do, unless anyone else has any ideas. Oh, bless you, Andy. Oh, Mimi, how lovely to see you here. Lynn Tunes, hi. Oh, it's really great to see you. Ruby Red is a cat. He's the boss and he will do what he wants. Yeah, I guess that's about it. So, would you like to know what I think is going to happen in December? We might as well, as we're here. And then tomorrow night, remember, at this same time, I will be looking at the week ahead, where at least you'll get a little bit more of a heads up about what's happening in December. I know he's settling in, Vicky. It's just so heartbreaking because when I gave him cuddles last night on the bed, because he did have cuddles, he just looked so sad. And it's like he must be so traumatized because his kind of first mummy can't keep him. And I fully understand why she can't, and it's all very difficult for her, and she's very upset. And so he's probably picking up her trauma and his trauma. And I'm trying to think what star sign he is. He's very timid, he's very frightened. He is absolutely beautiful. Any ideas what you think his sun sign might be? I'd be really interested to hear that, because he's super affectionate when he comes out. He's an absolute darling, Vicky darling. He's missing his former mum. He's been traumatized. He's been totally traumatized. Well, I wondered, Andy, whether he was a Pisces. Yeah, Evita, I agree, Pisces. Like, I have one cat called Spoticus. He hides behind his mum all the time. He just, he just doesn't have any balls. Am I allowed to say that on YouTube? Tennis balls, you know, nothing to play with, nothing to play with. I will just keep talking to him and try and reassure him. I'm hoping that after this live, I'm going to have a quick supper and I'm going to go to bed, watch some television in bed, shut everything down in here. And I think maybe he'll come and find me in the bedroom. That's what I'm hoping. You think he's got a Cancer moon? I think you could be right. Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely water, water, water. Because the other thing, and this isn't actually a cat video, although you would think it was, wouldn't you? And already there's 32 of you watching, and I haven't mentioned astrology yet. Bless you, I will get to it in a minute. Thank you so much for being here. But I'm afraid he's been having one or two little accidents round the place, like peeing accidents. So it's a little bit of a problem, but hey ho, it is what it is. I have to let him come to me. And so I'm taking my friend's advice who came round today, and she's absolutely lovely, absolute darling. And she's a wonderful hypnotherapist. If you ever want hypnotherapy online, she's your lady. She's your lady. She is brilliant. So if you want to know about that, just ask me, get in touch with me. Has he been muted? Yes, he has, Annabelle. Yes, he's without his little bits. I know it, and maybe, you know, we actually need to, before we look at the 1st of December, maybe I actually ought to now just bring up the energy of now, because maybe that will just tell me a little bit about what's going on for this poor little sausage. So yeah, peeing is a sign of stress, I know. And oh, Shirley, your sister lost her little dog yesterday. I'm so sorry. Oh, this is awful. Bless his scared little heart. I know. And he has the most beautiful eyelashes. Anyway, the chart of the moment. So let's see if you can help me with this, because Pluto, interestingly, is in the 8th house. I mean, it's direct in Capricorn, but this is like trauma. This is big trauma for him. And of course, the sun is in Sagittarius and Mars is coming up to conjunct the sun in the 6th house. So he's kind of like, he is super stressed. Mercury is in Capricorn in the 6th house. So he's finding it very hard to find a way, I think, to communicate. I think he's feeling very, very lost and alone. And if we look at the rising sign is Cancer, the midheaven is Pisces. So that tells us a lot, doesn't it? Actually, yes, his other mum is coming over this week, hopefully, this coming week. She's been moving house, and where she's going, because unfortunately her husband died. And so this poor cat has had trauma after trauma. And so where she's going, she's not allowed cats because the landlord won't allow it. What can you do? So he's here, but at least she knows me. She knows where he is. And she is going to come and have a visit next week. So maybe he'll come out for her. But I also don't want him confused. So I reckon he is a Saturn in Pisces. Oh no, wait a minute. He was born 7 years ago. So he's Saturn in a Capricorn, actually, isn't he? He's Saturn in Capricorn. So, you know, we've got all these planets retrograde. And I just think this Cancer ascendant, and the moon is in Leo in the 2nd house. The moon is in the sign of the cat, Leo. And basically, I think he just needs to find his courage, doesn't he? I could say BALLS, but, you know, I'm not going to say that on YouTube. But what's happening in December? Because here we are in December, and I've got a chart for December. And interestingly, the moon's in Cancer for the 1st of December at midnight. midnight from the 30th of November to the 1st of December. And on December the 1st, Mercury entered Capricorn. I couldn't do my live yesterday, 1st of December, which I wanted to do, because I had a doctor's appointment. And I'm not going to go into that. It's all pretty, challenging, but there we go. I'll write a blog about it. I know what I'll do. In my newsletter, because I'm going to start writing newsletters for my website. So you have to subscribe to the website to get the newsletter. And in the newsletter, I will give you a little brief update of what's happening my back, rather than broadcasting it to the whole of YouTube. So that if you want to know, you can sign up to the website. Andy, love how we're all working this out as we go along with the astrology. Yeah, you guys are gold. Absolutely. Do you know, I just feel so blessed that you're all here. And what can I say? Anyway, so let's look at December. Mercury, the planet of communication, entered Capricorn yesterday. And of course, it's getting close to when it goes retrograde, because what is happening is we have, well, first of all, let me tell you what happens on the 4th, which is actually today, we're the 2nd, 3rd. So on Monday, Venus, our planet of relationship, love, self-worth, enters Scorpio. Now, that's quite deep and dark for Venus to go into, because remember, they would say Venus is in her detriment because she rules Taurus, which is the opposite sign of Scorpio. So there's a kind of terminology that they go, or she's in her fall when she is in the opposite sign of the sign she rules. But Venus is the feminine. Scorpio is feminine. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto and Mars. And maybe, just maybe, Venus quite enjoys a little bit of a sojourn in Scorpio, with a little bit of kind of more shadow work, and a time to look within and find the alchemical gold at the bottom of the muddy pond. So with Venus in Scorpio, in the chart for the month ahead, Venus was in the late degrees of Libra, the sign it rules along with Taurus. And so Venus in Scorpio is going to now be in the 2nd house of this chart. So it's also about self-worth. And because it's Scorpio, sometimes we have to go down into the deep, muddy depths of our own selves and really look at our own truths about ourselves. I think Venus moving into Scorpio is about, as we call it, shadow work. And shadow work is very necessary for the development of the soul. And remember, Scorpio is a very highly evolved spiritual sign in many ways. Pluto, that is a feminine energy. And, I always think that's interesting, because we think of Saturn and Pluto as masculine. They're not. The archetypal energy for both Saturn and Pluto is feminine. You ask my astrology teacher, and she knows a thing or two. Let me just read what Sarah's written. Your cat lady is right. Leave him and he will come out when he's ready. Is he eating? Well, he hasn't today, but he's huge, so I don't think it'll happen. Poo and peeing normally. Yes, I've got rid of the anxiety now. I've just been working hard and doing what I'm doing. Now, He has been peeing, but not where he's supposed to. So, oh, Michelle, Scorpio is your second house. Interesting. Okay, so you're a Libra ascendant. So second house, this is about self-worth. This is about some soul work, looking at your inner self and really kind of delving deep. And, you know, these are some of the aspects for December. Because we are coming up to the winter solstice, and I'm going to come to that in a minute, because, you know, the winter solstice is like almost the dark night of the soul. It's when we really have to have faith in darkness. It's when we can't see where we're going. And there are times when none of us, including me, just because I run a YouTube channel and a business, doesn't mean I get it right or have my act together always. I mess it up as good as the next person. And I suffer from anxiety and all of those things. And, you know, I've worked on myself for years. And I'm a therapist. And that is why I'm so good working as a therapist with people with anxiety and panic. Because it's like, it's my domain. It's my country. It's my world. I know this. I know this part of life. Fear, anxiety, etc. So hang on a minute. Let's see what Christine is saying. If the cat is hiding and not using the litter box, it could possibly mean a UTI is involved. Yes, good point. I'll keep an eye out for it. So Rav 2024, your Scorpio is in the 6th. Yeah, make sure you take care of your health. But, you know, it could also be mental health and how you value yourself. Because remember, Venus is in Scorpio. So Venus is going to be in your 6th house. Make sure you're taking care of your emotional self, because sometimes we don't do that. Yes, Catherine, he's in stress, and I will really keep my eye on it. And on Monday, if things have not improved, well, tomorrow I can always get my friend round to help again. And on Monday, if he needs to go to the vet, then that will be done. So Maria, you have a Scorpio ascendant. So Venus is moving towards your ascendant. So Venus in this sense is helping you shine. Because when it comes onto our ascendant, it really helps you shine. We can't get vets to come out here. Sorry. That's the way it is. They don't. So, yeah, all the worldwide events are anxiety-inducing. Scorpio, 7th house. Moon, yeah. It's all Scorpio stuff. Hello, you're a little bit late. If you want to catch up on what we've been talking about, it's all on the chat. But I want to move on away from Venus in Scorpio to Neptune in Pisces, because Neptune, our planet of illusion, confusion, which is what this poor cat is feeling. And I will keep you posted, and I will put a post on YouTube tomorrow morning to let you know if he's come out overnight. I promise I will do that. And anyway, I'll be on the live anyway tomorrow night, so I can tell you then. But Neptune in Pisces turns direct on the 6th of December. So this is really big, important news. And, you know, Catherine, you're in Greece. Fantastic. That's wonderful. I know, my poor little cat. My heart goes out to him, but he's got to sort it out for himself. And he has been fine. He's, you know, last night he was on the bed and he had a couple of really long cuddles with me. I'm sorry to anyone who's not interested in cats who might be here. It's just that obviously there's a lot of you who are feeling what he's feeling and how awfully difficult this is for him and me and my lot, my babies. And so, you know, Scorpio is your 8th and 9th, and you're a Pisces rising, Laura. Okay, well, this is about transformation. And I think that's what Venus is helping us do in Scorpio. But Neptune turning direct in Pisces, my oceans of emotions, is good news. Because this is like the first, it's almost like you've got dominoes and you touch one and the rest go duh. We've got a whole load of planets that are going to start going direct, starting with Neptune, really. And then we're going to get Jupiter, Uranus, they're all going to be going direct. And you'll see if you my 2024 ultimate overview for 2024 is already up on the channel, so check it out. And your individual signs are popping up, and we never know what one's coming up next. There we go. Annabelle, oh bless you, you wanted to run and hide from the world last week. No, he's not on his own, is he, little sweet cheeks? Absolutely. And so, it's interesting. And I think he is acting out. I think you're right. He's Pisces. It would make sense. And maybe a Pisces ascendant even, and a Cancer moon. So, Pisces rising. So he's got Virgo on the descendant. But no, I think he's got a Leo ascendant, Aquarius on the descendant, because that would make him a little bit shy, a little bit reluctant to connect. So that could be part of it. But Neptune turning direct is good, and I think we're going to start to see some clarity in some of the things we've been finding difficult. So maybe for me with Rudy Red, by the 6th, things will have turned a corner, because it's that's another 3 or 4 days. He may have had a bit more time to settle in. He has to come out sometime. He will. And I think he will come out tonight when it's all quiet. Because you see, I've been sitting here all day recording the 2024 videos. So, and I am wearing what I'm wearing in 2 of the videos, but I kept changing because I was getting bored. So I thought I have to wear something different. So, and I hate my hair today. And I'm going to go to the hairdressers on Wednesday and get it to cut a bit more off. It's got out of control. And when I tried to do it this morning, it just wouldn't do what I wanted to. Oh, you look fabulous, bless you. Oh dear, but you know what it's like, ladies, my lovely soul fam. Sometimes we just, it's just difficult, isn't it? And it's just, so what are we saying? You missed the beginning. He is a new cat, yes. His mummy can't keep him, and I said I will give him a home. And he's Rudy Red. His mummy called him Red, I called him Rudy, because the word Rudu in ancient English means red. I looked it up and I thought, I've got to call him Rudy Red. It just feels so great. So when I can, I will get a photograph when he's finally come out, and I will post it on the channel. Do one of those posts where you can write a bit and have a picture. So, and we'll say he's a Pisces cat, Rudy Red. I want to move on to the new moon in Sagittarius, because do you realize I've been talking for nearly half an hour and I haven't even got to the new moon in Sagittarius, which I am going to do a separate video about, where I will do your individual zodiac signs, but I won't be recording that before about Tuesday, I would think. Monday or Tuesday, I think I'll be recording that. Maybe tomorrow if I have a little spurt of energy. This new moon in Sagittarius is rather interesting, because Sagittarius is this wonderful spiritual sign. We often forget that Sagittarius is a, spiritual sign. And I keep getting distracted. Andy, what are you saying? The movie Rudy is an amazing coming of age story. So maybe for Rudy Red, that's going to be his story. I love that. I love that. So listen, this new moon is good for anything. This is about, do you know what? It's just come to me. This new moon is actually about prayer. It's actually about the intention of prayer intention to, do you know, when we did that 11-11 healing meditation, Israel and Hamas called a truce. I just think the power of intent is incredible. We need to do something like that again, and we don't have to always be doing it collectively, but I will do something before the new year. I will definitely do that. You know, this new moon, you need to be sending out your intentions of peace, love, and truth, that people just, what's this? Will we have more energy with the planet? Yes, we will have more energy with the planets going forward. So really, we've got to wait until the new year, because we've got a Mercury retrograde over Christmas and New Year. So we might find a lot of our plans are disrupted because of illness, weather, things like that, that just disrupt news events, weather events. I just think it might be a little bit of a flat Christmas, New Year period. So, hi, Jem. Oh, I'm glad you're here. It's been great to see you there. So be aware of this. And you know what I've written down for the new moon in Sagittarius is be careful what you wish for, because remember, Jupiter rules Sagittarius. Jupiter is the planet of luck and opportunity. And you know, sometimes what we've wanted and then we don't get it turns into a blessing. And we have to remember that. I think he is insecure, Sarah, and it may be a UTI, but I have seen him drinking water though. So that was yesterday. So he is drinking water, but I don't think he's drunk any today. But I will definitely keep an eye on it, don't worry. And we also have, so Mercury going retrograde is on the 13th of December, and it goes retrograde in Capricorn, and it will actually retrograde all the way back into Sagittarius. And then when it goes direct, which won't be until the 2nd of January, it will go direct in Sagittarius. So that's the 2nd of January 2024. And it doesn't move back into Capricorn until the 14th of January 2024. But I want to talk a little bit. Remember, with Mercury retrogrades, it's about revisiting, reviewing, renewing, redoing, reassuring, reconnecting, reloving. Anything like that is going to be helpful. So, yes, Jem, he's behind the sofa. I guess he'll come out. Listen, you guys, I just want to say quickly, thank you so much for the support you're giving me. It really does mean a lot. It really does. I just feel that you are this wonderful, as Andy calls us, a soul family. And wow, powerful stuff. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, the winter solstice comes actually on the 22nd. So the sun is entering Capricorn on the 22nd. And when it does, the sun in Capricorn will be conjunct Mercury in Capricorn, which I find quite interesting. It's as if there's a lot going on behind the scenes. If you think of Mercury, you know, being this chatterbox, and the winter solstice about faith in darkness, we have to think about what's going on in the parts of life, our lives, that we can't see. And, you know, I have to have faith that Rudy, who's over there somewhere, actually knows what he's doing. And that if he needs help, he will let me know. And I have to have faith in him and trust that he is doing what he's doing for the best for him. And that when he's ready, he will come out. So I have got less anxious about him as the day has gone on. And yes, Vicky, darling, the power of prayer is powerful. Hey, can I ask for a prayer for Rudy? I would love that. And a prayer of intention for him to feel secure and loved and know that it's safe here. That would just be awesome from all of you. If you could just take a few moments to send him healing. And he's the most beautiful color. He's a kind of russet red, if you know what I mean, that kind of almost like tan leather. And he has the most beautiful eyelashes, and his eyes are amber. So you can kind of imagine him. So yes, Jem, please send him Reiki. I'm sending him Reiki as I do this. And through me, through the power of the internet. The internet is amazing. We're moving into the age of Aquarius. Pluto is moving into Aquarius in January for a little look around before it fully moves in next November. I mean, this is so super exciting. I'm so, to use one of Andy's words, stoked about 2024 because I've been doing the energy all day long because I've been recording all these videos for the individual signs. So I'm my head is buzzing with it. But, oh, Shirley, thank you. You're doing it now. I will let you know, even if it's in the middle of my night, if he comes and crawls on the bed, I'll just put a little post out and I'll say, he's come to bed with me and all is well. So thank you. So after the winter solstice, remember we have, I think it's interesting, Mercury will be up. I mean, the Mercury is always follows the sun. So that is always something that is going to be around. And I think it's the voice in darkness that we don't always have. Do you know what I mean? We sometimes when we have those dark nights of the soul, we just, you know, Rudy Red is now going through a dark night of the soul. Bless him. Poor little thing. And I know I'm not talking much about December astrology, and I haven't done, as I said, your individual zodiac signs. I've just run out of time. So maybe we have to look that Mercury retrograde in Capricorn moves back into Sagittarius on December the 23rd. So what's this about whiskey and bagels? It's me. It's not Brandon, it's me. I just haven't had time. I've had all these hospital appointments and it's all been a bit stressful. And I will write about it in my newsletter. So as I say, you have to be signed up, subscribed to my website, pennydix.com. Just subscribe to it. There's a thing and you just click on it and you put in your email and your address and everything. And then the email will be sent to you when I've written it. I will write it this week, this newsletter, so you get it this month. I will certainly write it for this month. So I like Just You better. I don't know. Not sure what that's about, but whatever it is, I'll take it. Take your time. No rush. Oh, bless you. Yes, I know, whiskey and beggars. Oh, I see. Oh, right. Oops. You prefer me alone. Well, horses for courses. We all like different things. And, you know, I love Brandon to bits. And as I'm sure you're aware, there is a great chemistry between us, even though we've never met. And the Whiskey and Bagels series was such fun to do. But, you know, sometimes things go past their sell-by date. And maybe if we did go back to doing something, it would have to be completely revamped and redid and relooked at. And at the moment, I just don't have the time, because remember, because of the time difference, it's my late afternoon, early evening. And you know what? I'm knackered by the end of the day. I mean, doing these lives, I mean, I'm only kind of keyed up tonight because I've been doing these videos all day. So, you know, look at me, I'm chattering away and I'm not even telling you the astrology of December. This is Trades Descriptions Act. So Rudy is a symbol of divine feminine energy that needs healing behind the sofa and on the planet. How lovely. He's masculine, he's a boy. Does that make a difference? Oh, thank you, Vicky. Yes. Oh, he's a beautiful boy. He really is. Please keep this as it is. Thank you. Thank you. But I will keep going through my notes because I'm going to, because I wrote them down. So, December the 25th, Christmas Day, we have Venus in Scorpio, trining, nice angle, Neptune, now direct, in Pisces. Do you know what? This is really nice energy for Christmas Day. If you've had misunderstandings over the last few weeks or months with family or friends that you might be spending Christmas with, or just need to be in touch with over Christmas, this will help ease the way. This will help you get some clarity and see things a bit more clear. So I think that is really nice energy for the actual Christmas day. So even though Mercury is retrograde, maybe that's what we need to slow down, reconnect with people, and have those kind of good conversations that often we just don't do because everyone round the table is doing this. And that's what people do. You see people in restaurants, a couple, and they're not talking to each other, they're doing this. And you think, my God, oh, that's my lovely Iggy Poo. Oh, it's gone. That's my lovely ginger puss, my furry boy. He's lovely. So, time to dress white, Penny. Moon in Leo, I love it. So the full moon is in Cancer, and it's on the 27th of December. And it's quite a nice full moon. And remember, full moons are always about letting go. And this is about celebrating the gift of giving and letting go. Because sometimes the best gift is talking to someone we haven't spoken to for some time. We've just kept overlooking. We've been too busy. Oh, I'll call you tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. We know tomorrow never comes. And oh, bless you, Vicky. Rudy will gain strength and courage. He will bounce back for sure. Give him lots of love and talk him out of it. You know what? He's probably hearing this now. Rudy Red, I love you, and so does everybody else. So I've told him. Maybe he'll come out now. So here we are, a cracking bunch of people. Thank you, Sarah. Love it. But you know, faith in a divine pattern allows healing and forgiveness. And I think that's it. That is one of the important things about Christmas. It's not about what we buy, what presents we get, what, I mean, for people like myself that live alone, of course, Christmas is a very different affair. When I first had to get used to being on my own on a Christmas morning, it was really hard. And that was only 7 years ago when my mother died, because I was her full-time carer for 16 years. And it was tough. It was tough. And I used to get very upset. And, if people didn't invite me to something, or it was just difficult. And I'm sure that resonates with a lot of you. But what I started to do was make decisions before anyone else got to make them for me for Christmas. So, for instance, this year, I booked a table at a very nice restaurant here in Gozo. I'll give it a little plug. It's called Tar French, and it has a Michelin star. And we will have a super lunch. And there's 2 of us going. My lovely friend, who is this hypnotherapist I mentioned, she and I are both on our own. We're good friends, and we're going to go and have a really nice lunch. And that would be fabulous. And yes, it will be the best yet. Come back to Penny, come to British Columbia for Christmas. Oh, I love that. I love that. I wish I could do the traveling, but I can't at the moment. I really can't. That'll be in the newsletter. I'm not going to witter on about it now. Let's look at what else is going direct, because Chiron, our wounded healer, our space object, our centaur in Aries, finally turns direct on the 27th of December, indicating that the period after Christmas leading up to New Year is a time of healing. How cool is that? And 28th of December, Mercury, our planet of communication, is conjunct Mars, our planet of action and energy, in Sagittarius. This is kind of quite exciting energy. We will have a lot to say about a lot of things. And it will be, yes, Shirley, our space oddity. It is our space object, Chiron. It's not an asteroid. It's not a dwarf planet. It is a centaur space object. I know, you see, because my astrology teacher, she's very good, and she told me. Oh, God, honestly, I really am amazed you're all still here. Well, actually, some of you have gone. I'm not surprised. Listen, December the 29th, Venus moves out of Scorpio and enters Sagittarius. And then this is really big news. Jupiter, my big outer boy Jupiter, my planet of opportunity, luck, good fortune, expansion, hopefully not our waistlines over Christmas. Jupiter in Taurus turns direct on New Year's Eve, the 31st of December. I think New Year's Eve could be fun this year. I really do. I think it could be absolutely friggin' awesome. And, Mercury turns direct in Sagittarius on the 2nd of January and then moves back into Capricorn on the 14th of January. And so, New Year's Eve is your birthday, AMD. Oh, wow. And it's your anniversary, Andy. This is going to be super cool for you with Jupiter going direct. I think there might be a nice present or two in there. Jupiter in Taurus, anniversaries, birthdays. I think Taurus, something that costs a bit, little bit of luxury, maybe something sparkly for the finger, leaps to mind. And is yeah, tell him, you tell him. Listen, I'm not gonna witter on much longer, because what I'm gonna do, I want to tell you first of all what I'm gonna do tomorrow night, because I'm gonna try something new, which is you see this, my mobile. I've set the live up for tomorrow on this, and I'm going to use it for the live and see if the quality is better or worse. So bear with me. It may be an absolute mess and we have to scrap the whole thing. I don't know. I just want to try it. So it's still the week ahead forecast, and I'll go through each day, but I'll have this up on my stand, and it won't be quite so easy for me to see the live chat. That's the only problem. Whether I can get it on my iPad as well, maybe I can do that and read the live chat kind of simultaneously. I'm not quite sure, but it's worth a try, isn't it? If it fails, it fails. And there we go. What can I do? At least I tried. So listen, thank you for all your well wishes for Rudy Red. I will keep you posted. I will also keep you posted about myself and my back problems, and that will come soon. But remember, you've got to subscribe to the website to be on the list for the newsletter. So, oh, bless you, AMD. Today's live is going very well. I can't believe I've been talking for 40 minutes. Now, remember, one's attention span is not much longer than that. In fact, it's amazing anyone is here at all. So don't you think we should quit while the going is good? Oh, wouldn't it be wonderful if Rudy came out while I just go and have my supper? Oh, I hope so. Oh, you'd keep me talking for hours. Oh, bless you. Well, listen, I have been talking for hours because I've been doing these videos all day. I've done 4 of the horoscope, of the annuals for 4 different signs, and they're all half an hour long. And that's with gaps in between, changing my frock, having my friend round for a cup of tea, and prepping December, and I still got to prep the week ahead, which I will do tomorrow morning. So it's all been rush, 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 rush. Then Monday, I will settle down and quieten down. And maybe Rudy is also picking up my energy of, I've got to get this done, I've got to get this done, I've got to get this all done. So he might be doing that. Annabelle, we're here because we love you, and Rudy, bless you. I think you remind me of my mum. Oh, I don't mind. You can all be my daughters and sons. I'd love you all to be my kids. It would just, because I haven't got any. So I'm very happy to adopt you all. Thank you, Shirley. I really appreciate your support, and thank you for all the emails. I don't have time, Shirley, to reply to everything, but I do look at them. So thank you. And you're first, oh bless. Listen, I am going to go because for me it's 7:20 in the evening. That's late for me. I'm going to go and put my electric blanket on, have my supper, and go to bed. And thank you so much, all of you, for being here for this rather alternative guide to what's happening in December 2023. Well, who would have known it? Bye, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.